everyone, it's FashionistaSims, and I wrote a short story, which is a horror movie, not a horror movie, but a horror story. And Pippa Randolf is one of the characters in there. She's actually a spirit in my story, but I'm making her a whole person on here because I don't ever know if I might want to use them. I want to make the main cast, her, not today, of course, but we'll do it over time. And the other three people that are mostly in the story, and probably even one other guy that's on there. But I wanted to do Pippa first, and if I ever use them, I'm going to make her into a ghost, because that's what she's supposed to be. They don't really have the right things for her as far as her aspiration and all, but I use spellcraft and sorcery because she is a spirit. She is self-assured, and I'm sure she would love music. And she's outgoing, of course. In my story, she's sassy and brassy and, and all that, so yeah. But the only thing I've done is applied some makeup. I tried to think back at the time how they might have actually wore their makeup back in the 30s. I know they wore a lot of red and pink lipsticks and things like that. I didn't actually put any eyeshadow. She has kind of a darker tint, but I want to go ahead and fix her eyebrows and her skin color and all that on camera, but I went ahead and did her, her other things. Let's see what color looks good on her. It's a very nice color. What do you think? I think it looks very nice. Well, thank you. I'm talking to myself now. And in the story, of course, I don't want to go into great detail, but she was murdered by her boyfriend. So that's what happened to Pippa. I gotta find the good eyebrows for her that kind of... eye shapes and all that stuff is how I see her. I think the jaw's a little bit too small. Maybe it's the cheeks. Oh my gosh, that's way too small. And the freckles are already there, and I really like them on her. I actually could imagine her with freckles. Let's see about... They had hair... I can't even talk today. Curlier hair and all back then. Let's see here. Hmm. Interesting. I think she would probably have a hairdo like this. I think that's either the same one or the one that was similar that was already on her, but I really think that their hair would be probably like this back in those days. She can have earrings in her ears, of course. I don't know if they actually had nose rings and all that back then, so I'm not going to put any on her. Are those white? I think they are. Are these white, Nico?
Those are pink.
They don't look pink. Those are pink.
I
These are white and gray, it says.
I don't think the colors change. I think it just does only just for the back.
That's pink.
And I have no idea then. It looks pink.
I know. That's why I was going to use them, because they would probably wear things like that, but... Is there white in this? There we go. Just use those. Let me go ahead and fix all her earrings and things. So I can find them again. Is this not going to show because it's formal? I don't even know. I didn't think it was this far down, but... Am I missing it? There's... Okay, I guess it's farther down than I thought. Where did it go? There it is. My gosh, I didn't know it was this far down. And she could, of course, still wear these. Let's just scroll all the way down, shall we? We're just going to be down here some. And of course you could wear things like this anytime, you know. Pearls, whatever. It's really odd sometimes these don't show up even though it's because of the weather thing or whatever they are. I think this is very, very nice. Basic makeup and things and a nice beautiful little kind of reddish lipstick. I think it looks very, very nice on her. Alright. Now as far as I don't know if I have styles in here of those eras. But when she comes into spirit form, she's wearing her funeral dress. Well, as you know, 1930s, you know, I know the style. Not really sure if there's anything that kind of gets close to it, but I'm going to do my best. I don't think that it would be kind of probably a knee-length dress more than likely. That she would wear. I don't really think that they did some back then, but I don't know. Let's see what I can find. That's kind of close. They didn't really have their arms out like that. Not really that style. This will probably be more fitting. I didn't even pick her eye color. I need to pick her eye color. That's one thing. I forget things all the time. That's a good eye color for her. Alright, next to the dress. This will probably be something that they probably would wear for an everyday. I don't know what color though to pick for her. I kind of like the dusty rose. I don't have a red really. That has a yellow shirt. I could use that one. It has a white shirt. And then they probably would wear some simple slip-on shoes. like this. So I'd probably pick this for her every day. If she's gonna dress formally, I definitely wouldn't be in that. Then we would also pick something that's knee length. Or maybe even long. That could be something that she could definitely wear. And more with heels with this. That's not really the right color of red. Let's see here. I think those are more matching to the color of the dress. They may have had their nails painted, but I'm not sure about that. If she was going to be athletic, I don't think they really wore. I mean, everything doesn't have to be back from the 1930s, because if I were to use her, I'd probably just have her in her original dress, but just still. Maybe something simple like this. And probably some white pants, I would imagine. Some shorter white pants. And they probably don't have any, but I just could do those colors of shoes. And maybe some little socks or something. Like that. Sleepwear would probably have been a long gown like this. And I'm not giving her shoes. A party wear. I would say if she was really going to dress up, that I don't really want to use that dress. This is not that long. This is a little longer. But kind of not in that era style. This would be more fitting for that. And some red heels, probably like that. That's a little bit darker, but I think it's fine. It's just a little bit darker. Swimsuits. They would probably wear skirty things like this. I would say for a swimsuit. And for hot weather, they did wear longer shorts and things like that. I could always give her capris or something. Oh, those are very much there. I'm just fitting crop pants. Something like that probably. And she could even wear those wedges if she wanted to. It'd be very nice actually with that. They are white. And maybe Something a little simple like this. Well, thank you. And then for cold weather, I would say probably I don't know if they have them in here. I know they do for the men. A longer coat. Like this kind of. What colors they have? Something like a longer coat. I wish they had something a little bit different, but because they didn't really have bell-bottom like pants. This looks a little different. It has like a shirt out and stuff like that. I didn't know you had a necklace on. I guess we'll have to stick with, I guess, this. And I'll give her some black gloves and things like that. And maybe a nice little hat for her to wear. Let's see what we can find. Looks very nice. No way she can keep her head warm. So this is Pippa Randolph. I think this dress and all is pretty much in the era of the times. Maybe something they would have probably worn every, that people would have worn every day like that if they did, whatever. And I tried to keep in the era of the times. This will be something a little bit shorter than, but the 20s had some shorter dresses and 30s. So I went a little bit above the knee. Athletic, simple things like this. Just something to wear. And sleepwear would definitely been a longer thing. Party, a longer dress with heels, a little short heels. I think is very nice. There, like I said, the shoes are just a little bit darker, but I want to kind of keep with a banded look because they had banded ankles and leather shoes. This is definitely a swimsuit they would have worn, and they probably still did wear maybe bikinis, but they would have been higher waisted, and they wouldn't have shown very much as far as that goes. So I went with this kind of the skirt-y look of a swimsuit. And this would be simple summer wear that you go out on town. Simple wedge heels, and some crop pants, and a cute little shirt to go with it. And they would have longer coats, and kind of a little hat there, and a sweater and all. The pants are a little off for that era, but I'm going to deal with it. And did I not pick? Is this a whole combination, or did I need to pick shoes? I guess I didn't pick shoes. I would say black would probably look better with that. So yeah, there we go. Maybe a little bit of heel on them. But I think she turned out very, very lovely. And this is the way I see her, with a kind of shorter do. And she's a very lovely girl. Little freckles on her nose. Very, 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 very beautiful young lady, I say. But anyway, I'd like to thank you so much, everyone. And if you like Pippa, I hope you like the story. I'm going to be working on as far as refilming it and everything. It's just, I'm going to try to work in sound effects and things like that, because it's a simple read. I'm not doing voices or anything. I'm just going to read it with my own normal voice. And I'm going to try to work in some sound effects for visionary, like for your head to see. Because when I read, I know I envision the characters. I mean, a lot of times you don't see their faces. You don't know what they look like. It describes them. I didn't really go into great detail as far as describing them, and I need to probably do that with the next book 2 that comes out with them. But I think I did describe as far as the story itself very well. And it is going to be It's over 7,000 words, so it's probably going to be a little bit of a read, but I want to do it all in one thing. But I'm hoping I can have this out by the week after this one. Actually, this will come out on a Sunday. I'm hoping I'll have it done for the next day, actually. Is what I'm hoping. But I'm not going to make any promises, because you know it could take a while. But I hope you enjoy it as much as I did at writing it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it. It held my attention. And it made me envision them as I was reading it. So I am going to go in more descriptive on the next one, as far as how they look and all, which I knew how Pippa looked in my brain. I didn't really put it on print, but now you have an idea of what at least Pippa looks like. But she's not in ghost form. But thank you so much, everyone. And what do we say? Goodbye, everybody. Hell yeah.